My goal is, even if I don't win any races in karting, I have to go to Formula One.
Shit from the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip.
You are so small and cute. So first of all, I want to know, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, doing good.
I've been reading about you, by the way, since the past 4 days. Like, I obviously knew so much about you, and I was like, this girl is only 10 years old, and she is literally breaking records and making India so proud. First of all, I want to know, how did you like get an interest in karting and racing in general?
When I got my interest in karting, I actually got first inspired by my father, Atiqa Mir, who is like a Formula Asia driver. And then I really like got inspired, and then I loved cars since the beginning. And then I really wanted to like do something in life.
Like, how did you realize that this is the career you want to make?
Yeah, I did want to make a career about it, but when I became like really good, and then my father, like he took me up the ladder all the way to where I am now, I realized that it's good enough to be a career.
So you just like kept on climbing the ladder, and whatever came to you, kept on accepting it.
Yeah.
How old were you when you actually sat in a cart for the first time?
I was really fat. That's what I know. I don't remember if I was nervous, but I'm sure I was. When I was driving my first 2 laps around the track, I went the wrong way sometimes. But then in 10 laps, I got a hang of it. So I was not that fast and not that slow. So I wasn't that good as well. And when I kept doing it, practicing and practicing, I got better.
And weren't you scared of speed, and like what if you crash and like, hit your face or something like that? I know you're wearing a helmet, but weren't you scared that you would like, injure yourself in some way?
Well, sometimes you are, but like, I mean, not really. Like when you're in the car, you don't really think about all that stuff. You have like a million other things to think about.
Yeah.
So, it's only like when you're in that 1 second of when you're crashing, you really think about all that stuff. But you have like the best protection. It's FIA approved, so like you're not gonna hurt yourself that badly.
So I read in one of your articles that when you were young, your dad actually put out like a lap time that he wanted you to beat. So now, are you better than your dad?
I think I am.
Do you race with him?
On the simulator, I do, but not really at the track because he's not in the same category.
How's like the family support? Because I know that it's so difficult, especially when you're from India and you're from Kashmir as well. Girls so young getting into something which is not very popular, especially in India right now. And you're already like breaking barriers and, like making all of us so proud. It's like really looking up to you. So was it difficult, to like kind of choose something which is not very common?
My mom and dad have been very helpful, and they've been everywhere with me all the time. So that shows how dedicated they are. And yeah, I had to make like a lot of sacrifices. Like, like in school, I'm not really like, I do go to school, but I have karting. So then the school like allows me to leave. So then you sacrifice like being from your friends.
What's your favorite subject?
It's sort of like math, but when it's hard, I don't like it. I like English more.
As soon as I passed my school, I was the happiest person because I just didn't have to study maths again. What are your other passions apart from karting?
Everything I do is sort of like related to karting. It's not like I do something like football otherwise. I like to do badminton, but only like when I have like a lot of time, like an hour or two, which I normally don't really have in the day for free, doing the simulator and working out. So
So who is your favorite driver?
my favorite driver is Max Verstappen.
Me too. Me too. I love Max Verstappen. And who's your favorite F1 Academy driver?
I like Dorian, Pan, and Maya. They're nice.
So since how long have you been watching Formula One?
Since 2021, like when Max won the championship, me and my dad were actually like cheering for him and stuff. So that's when I actually like remembered, like I knew what Formula One was then.
What do you think is gonna happen this season?
I think Max is gonna get a race ban because of his penalties and stuff.
No, why are you saying that?
Like he's too much on the track, so I think Oscar might win the championship this
Yeah,
year.
I have a feeling that Oscar might win the championship. Who are like your top five drivers on the grid?
I like Max Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, George Russell, Charles Leclerc, and Fernando Alonso.
I tell you who I like. I like Max Verstappen, Oscar Piastri. I'm liking Kimi Antonelli. Like he's nice. I love Isaac Hajar. He's so good to love. And I kind of Alonso, of course, and Lewis Hamilton. How would you guide, younger generation right now, like if they want to get into racing, what is the correct way to get into racing?
So you need to like keep your head up, and if you fall, you need to get up again because your mind subconsciously knows that you did something and that didn't work, so you won't do it again. And then so that's the main thing I would say, and keep working hard, even if you don't like win any races. You know you're still getting better, and
Yeah.
that's the main thing. Sports,
What are the other sports that you follow apart from F1?
only F1. I don't really follow any other sports except for like IPL. I watch IPL sometimes, like with my family. I don't really understand what's going on, but I still watch it.
So were you happy that RCB won this time?
Yeah.
Do you like Virat Kohli?
Yeah.
I want to play a little game with you. But now that I know that you love Max Verstappen, I'm going to put him out of the picture because he was in the game that I wanted to play with you. So the game is very simple. What's going to happen is that I'm going to take a driver's name. Supposing I say Carlos Sainz, and then I say Charles Leclerc. So you have to choose the one that you prefer, and then I'll say another driver, like Alonso. So if it's between Carlos and Alonso, you have to say who do you prefer.
Okay.
Simple? Lewis Hamilton or Alonso?
Alonso.
Alonso or Sebastian Vettel?
Sebastian Vettel.
Sebastian Vettel or Charles Leclerc?
Sebastian Vettel.
Sebastian Vettel or Max Verstappen?
Oh, Max Verstappen.
I love Max Verstappen as well. Have you met him?
No, never.
Have you met any driver on the current grid, maybe?
I've met Fernando Alonso like when I was like there was an endurance race in Dubai like in 2021, so then I met him over there. I honestly like don't really remember, but I'm sure I met.
So what was it like? Like you spoke to him and stuff?
Yeah, my dad also spoke to him, and like we just went to watch the race. I also went to Pierre Gasly on like the Dubai Oakley or something like in 2023, and
Hmm.
then took a picture together, and then that's it.
If you could like meet any one driver from the grid and probably like get trained under him, who would it be? Except Max Verstappen. Because we've established that Max is the best.
I think Kimi Antonelli.
Oh, yeah. I think both of y'all are like so new and fresh. That'll be fun to kind of do it together. How did you feel when you came to know that you are acquired by F1 Academy? That is huge, and I am so happy for you.
Thank you. It felt really good. To be only one of the three girls in the whole world to be selected, it's like a big thing.
I know.
So
How did you come to know? Like, what happened that day?
I don't know, like I just took the pictures and I felt like I was the best and like better, and then like I just felt like I was I was like the best one.
But you have obviously proved yourself to be the best one, and you obviously deserve it. Have you spoken to Susie Wolf or like someone from the F1 Academy?
Yeah, I've spoken to Susie Wolf before.
What did she say? Like, how was the interaction?
It was good. Like she was friendly also. I remember once I also gave her a gift, so she was also really happy for that.
That's sweet. I think she's like a girl boss because I've been following her career as well, and it's so incredible to see what she's doing for women out there in racing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
If you could give like three tips to people who want to get into racing or have just started karting, what would the three tips be?
Work hard, believe you can do it. If you fall, get up again.
I think that's going to be like, I'm going to write it in my diary and I'm going to read it every day. What is your mantra? Like every time there are obviously days when you don't want to work hard or like you just want to stay in bed or you don't want to do anything at all. What motivates you the most?
You have to have the discipline to do it. So even if you don't want to do it, you still have to. There's nobody trying to tell you like you have to do it, you have to do it. Like you have to think like if I don't do it, then like if I don't like if I'm a bit tired to do some workouts, then I tell myself like I won't get stronger than the other guys will get stronger than me. So then I have to get stronger myself, and then I do. So I did all the workout.
So are you like super competitive?
Yeah.
What's your favorite circuit?
Favorite circuit is Dubai car no actually no. Yes, Marina in Dubai. I mean it's sort of a boring circuit for cars, but Formula One cars drive on it. That's the main reason why I like it.
And if you could like race in any circuit apart from Yas Marina, where would it be?
I think it would be Wackersdorf in Germany because it's like every corner you can overtake. So there's a lot of like changes for positions over there.
One of my favorite circuit is Zandvoort. I really like that circuit.
That's also Max Verstappen's home track.
Yeah. I think that's one reason why I like it. What is your goal in life with racing?
My goal is even if I don't win any races in karting, I have to go to Formula One. So if you would say, would you rather win every race in karting and not go to Formula One? I would say no. I want to go to Formula One and not win any races in karting.
If we see you in Formula One in the next, probably you're 10 years old now, right? Like in the next 7 years, you could be in Formula One, and that's huge. If you could have like five drivers to race with you in a race, who would that be?
Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, Kimi Antonelli, Charles Leclerc, and Carlos Sainz.
Alonso could also be there. He's still a rookie. You
Yeah,
never know. He
Alonso.
could be racing in the next 7 years as well. So you're in Dubai right now.
Yeah.
How does it like feel to have that shift from coming to India and going to Dubai?
When we first came to Dubai, we were actually living in India. Um, I think we moved in 2020, no, in 2018 or 2017. So I was really young. I don't really remember what happened, but it was like we made the transition pretty quick.
I mean, you're still so young. I cannot imagine myself in that position when I was 10 years old. So I am not surprised that you don't remember anything. Do you miss your friends and stuff back home? Or you've just been like, okay, no friends. I just want to like work. I want to be in Formula One. We'll think about friends later.
I do have some friends, like school friends, but not like major friends, like who I hang out with and do play dates with. No time for that.
Yeah, but then I think it's a very nice thing to skip. I mean, like no regrets because you are trying to achieve what you want, and I think you're already achieving it.
Yeah.
What are your like your other hobbies apart from racing? Do you watch movies?
Yeah, sometimes I do, but like even the movies I watch are like related to karting, except like I watch sometimes like Matilda. When I was like 5 or 6, I used to watch cartoons also. So
Yeah.
then I became interested in karting, so began to watch F1 Drive to Survive. And then I read comic books as well. Like I read Dogman. And yeah, so I read like I don't like to read, but if it's a comic for Dogman, I do read.
Yeah, comics are so much fun. I love it as well. So I read Chainsaw Man, and that was insane. Like I loved reading comics. Anyway, thank you so much for this chat. It was lovely meeting you, and I hope that I can meet you in person someday and see you in Formula One very, very soon. I will be rooting for you when you're in Formula One, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Something that you want to say to all the racing fans right now who actually want to become racers, what would you say?
To all the girls out there, believe in yourself, find a passion, dream it, follow it, work hard on it, never give up, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it.
I love that. I love that so much. Thank you. Bye. See you.
You know?